His good works have earned him this accolade: the nation builder, Ajumawura, and the single-digit dollar man. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you, and with their resounding applause and standing ovation, let us welcome His Excellency, the President of the Republic and the Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, John DRAMANI Mahama.
Thank you, Honorable Regional Minister. Let me acknowledge the President of the Bono Regional House of Chiefs, my friend and younger brother, Osajifo Osiadeyo Dr. Fredwa Ajimambedu II Omahene. Let me acknowledge members of the Bono Regional House of Chiefs and also member of the Council of State, Odedeho Dr. Frank Brimpon III, Sumahene, and member of the Council of State. Honorable Regional Minister and other Ministers of State present, Honorable Members of Parliament, our National Chairman, Honorable Johnson Asiedu Nketia, and our Regional Executives, Regional Council of Elders, Constituency Executives of the NDC, Metropolitan, Municipal and District Chief Executives, Government appointees and former government appointees, heads of our security services and heads of government departments, our members of the clergy, our imams, representatives of invited organizations, especially the Ghana Federation of Persons with Disability, our friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of the Bono region. I bring you warm greetings and express my heartfelt appreciation for the rousing reception you have accorded me and my team this afternoon to this event. It is a joy for me to be back in this dynamic and culturally rich region, not just as President of the Republic, but as a grateful son, a son-in-law of this land. To say to you in the Akan language, Medamwasipa, and if I should use Bono, I think it's Bedawase, Papa. I'm still learning. Lordina is still teaching me, so Bedase. For your unwavering support and your massive endorsement in the 2024 general elections. I bring you greetings from Her Excellency, the Vice President, Jane Nana Yaw, who, as you are aware, has since returned to the country and has resumed work full-time. I also bring you greetings from your daughter and sister and mother, Madam Lodina Mahama. And she says I should extend her warmest regards to all of you. This afternoon we stand here at the Jubilee Park, and I recall with deep emotion our last meeting here before the elections. It was a time of reflection, it was a time of hope, and it was a time of resolve. I stood before you and promised that together we would reset our dear country Ghana. That promise was anchored in restoring our dignity, expanding opportunities for our people, and rekindling our national purpose. And I am happy to say that program of resetting Ghana has begun to take shape. Your overwhelming support in giving the NDC 11 out of 12 parliamentary seats in the Bono region was not merely a political outcome. It was a resounding call to action. It was a powerful reaffirmation of our shared vision to build a nation of fairness, equity, and progress for all Ghanaians. Nanano, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me first give thanks to the Almighty God for the blessing of life and the privilege to serve my dear country once again. I also express profound gratitude to our traditional leaders, our religious leaders, civil society organizations, youth and women's group, the media, and security services for your collective role in safeguarding the peace and integrity of the electoral process. The victory we achieved in 2024 was not simply for a political party. It was a victory for the Ghanaian people. It was a victory for our teachers, our nurses, our drivers, our farmers, students, market women, artisans, and entrepreneurs. It was a vote for the truth. It was a vote for competence. And it was a vote, more importantly, for accountable leadership. Our new government has been clear in its mission to revive our economy and restore faith in our governance and deliver real development that reaches every household and every community, including right here in the Bono region. Infrastructure is the backbone of every thriving society. Yet, across the Bono region, we see roads left incomplete, communities isolated, and development delayed. Many of you, including Nana when he spoke, raised concerns over the road network, and rightly so. Several important roads were initiated during my previous tenure in office. Unfortunately, the change of government in 2017 caused most of these projects to stall, and currently many of them stand incompleted and abandoned. Clearly, this could not have been part of the 10,000 kilometers of roads that were touted by the past administration. Today, I'm pleased to assure you, my in-laws in Bono, that critical projects such as the Sunyani Inner and Outer Ring Roads, the Alaska Catholic University Road, the Brekum Sampa Road, the Sampa Wenchi Road, the Odumasi Bedu Road, Chiremasu Gambia number 1 and number 2 Road, the Sunyani Techiman Road, and the Kumasi Sunyani Roads have all been captured for massive redevelopment. These roads have been prioritized under our Big Push infrastructure program. And I'm happy to announce to you that the Minister of Finance has made adequate financial provision for these roads. Indeed, the Minister of Finance has told me to tell you that funding will not be an excuse. Every contractor who will be working under the Big Push, when he raises a certificate for payment, within 2 weeks he will receive his money. So if any contractor is not working, or say Adeyo and traditional leaders, it's not because he hasn't been paid. It's because of something else. And so you must find out why the contractor is not working. The Minister of Roads and Highways has undertaken technical assessments, and phase works will soon commence. We will not only complete these roads, but we will ensure that they are completed with quality, durability, and timely delivery. These roads are critical for agriculture, trade, health access, and the daily lives of our people. The Bono region in Ghana's cashew heartland. Cashew is not just a crop, it is a livelihood for many of our people. For many families, it puts food on the table, it sends children to school, and it fuels our rural economy. Yet, the industry has long lacked a structured policy framework to develop and grow the cashew industry. And that is why our government will still go ahead to establish the long-awaited Cashew Development Board. This board will oversee pricing, regulation, market access, processing, and research in order to give our farmers the break that they deserve. In addition, we are partnering with the private sector to build a cashew processing factory right here in Bono. By processing our cashew locally, we can create jobs and add value and keep more of the wealth within our region. And so this is part of our broader agenda to industrialize agriculture and strengthen local economies. Other infrastructure projects that we are looking at in order to advance sports development in every region is to provide the regions that currently do not have fit-for-purpose stadia with new stadiums. And I'm happy to say the Bono region, together with the 6 new regions, are all captured to receive fit-for-purpose stadia for the development of sports. Fellow citizens, education and healthcare are not privileges, they are rights. And yet the neglect of public institutions has denied many communities access to basic educational and health services. Let me remind you that the University of Energy and Natural Resources is a proud legacy of the NDC administration. It was established under the leadership of President John Sammor-duah II of blessed memory. But in recent years, UENR has suffered stagnation due to inadequate investment. The new NDC administration is going to change that. One of the first steps taken by my administration has been to uncap the GET Fund. This will release more resources to the fund to undertake critical infrastructure projects in all our educational institutions. The GET Fund has recently conducted an infrastructure audit of the UENR University and will soon commence construction of additional facilities to support the establishment of a fully fledged medical school in UNER. We're going to start training doctors in UNER. There'll be a medical school there. This new medical school will be anchored on the Sunyani Teaching Hospital. We have now legally regularized this under my administration. The previous government's announcement of the upgrade of the Sunyani Hospital into a teaching hospital was not backed by any legal legislation. We have corrected that. The Council of State has approved the board, and in collaboration with UNER is underway to begin the training of health professionals to serve the Bono East, Ahafo, and beyond. The Sunyani Regional Hospital will also see an upgrade in its infrastructure and facilities in order to make it worthy of its designation as a teaching hospital. We're also resuming the construction of all abandoned E-Block senior high schools in the region. These were NDC legacy projects, innovative and community-based schools that have been left in ruins. Their completion will restore access to quality education and expand learning opportunities for our youth. And to respond to our regional imam, I've asked the GET Fund to resume work on all the 8 facilities that we started that have been abandoned at the Al Farouk Islamic College of Education. This will enhance the training of Arabic and Islamic teachers for all levels of our education system. As part of our market enhancement strategy, spearheaded by Her Excellency Vice President Nana Yaw Sammor-duah II, we will construct 5 modern market centers in key districts of Bono, and I'm happy to announce that Sunyani is one of them. These markets will be equipped with clean water, sanitation, security, daycare centers, and digital infrastructure to support our mothers and sisters who will be trading there. We're also introducing a regional industrialization program focused on light manufacturing and agro-processing. This is in line with our 24-hour economy initiative, which seeks to create more jobs, improve productivity, and stimulate local business growth. Nananom, our commitment to inclusive governance is unwavering. We do not see chiefs as passive custodians of tradition. You are partners in peace building, community leadership, and regional development. We'll strengthen the House of Chiefs, enhance funding for traditional councils, and deepen your role in local governance. Our goal is to promote collaboration, not competition, between the modern state and our traditional authorities. It is our intention in the constitutional review to enhance the authority of chiefs in the areas of environmental protection and sanitation. I assure the Bono Regional House of Chiefs that your insights, your leadership, and your voice will remain central to our governance model. We also recognize the environmental challenges facing Bono: deforestation, water scarcity, and land degradation. We are therefore, under the auspices of the Regional Coordinating Council, launching a new Green Bono agenda. This is focused on afforestation, water resource protection, and climate-resilient agriculture. Working with local communities, we will restore degraded forests, will clean up the water bodies, and will invest in small town water systems to ensure access to safe drinking water for our people. We are going to involve schools in this initiative, and all school children in Bono region are going to be involved in this project. The schools will compete in 3 growing competitions, and the school that emerges the best will receive a very handsome prize. It is our intention that every school child in Bono region must plant and nurture a tree to grow. Permit me to acknowledge some distinguished sons and daughters of the Bono region whose invaluable contribution are advancing the success of our national reset agenda. Of course, we commend the Honorable Ahmed Ibrahim, who is Minister for Local Government, Decentralization, Chieftaincy, and Religious Affairs. We also have the Honorable Joseph Adaya Kwabwa, who is our Bono Regional Minister. We commend them for their exemplary leadership and tireless service to the region and nation. But we must also celebrate the sterling contributions of other sons and daughters of this region. The Honorable Nyame Chemafo is the chairperson of the board of the Bui Power Authority. Mr. Sami Gemfi is the Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Integrated Aluminium Development Corporation, GIDEC. Dr. George Atabuateng is the Director General of the National Signals Bureau. Mr. Williams Okofo-Date is the Deputy Chief Executive Officer actually, of the Ghana Integrated Iron and Steel Development Corporation. And my son, Mr. Eric J, is the Chief Executive Officer of the National Entrepreneurship and Innovation Program. Madame Mavis Ajay Kwa is the Executive Secretary of the Ghana International Trade Commission. Mr. Bennett Akantua is the Deputy Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Infrastructure and Investment Fund. Mr. Foster Kwesi Asante is the Deputy Chief Executive Officer of the DVLA. Mr. Dennis Yabua Chumesi is the Deputy Managing Director of Metro Mass Transit Limited. Mr. Dauda Audu is Managing Director of the Ayalolo Transport Program. And Dr. Edna Ajipong is also a member of the Board of Directors of the Bui Power Authority. Their unwavering commitment and exceptional professionalism and patriotic devotion are not only a source of pride for the Bono region, but also a powerful reflection of the broader potential and promise of Ghana's future. My dear compatriots, the work ahead is immense, but with unity, determination, and discipline, we will rebuild our beloved country, Ghana. The 2025 budget presented by the Minister for Finance outlines bold but practical steps to restore macroeconomic stability, invest in job creation, and support small businesses. I wish to assure you that the Bono region will be at the heart of this reset agenda. Through job creation, infrastructure investments, agricultural transformation, and rural development, we shall reset our nation. Let us rise above partisanship and division. Let us build a Ghana that works, not just for a privileged few people, but for all citizens of this country. This thank you tour is not just about appreciation, it is a renewal of my commitment. It is a renewal of the covenant that exists between you and I. It is a reaffirmation of the trust that you have imbued in me. And it is a restatement of our collective resolve to build a nation worthy of our children and for future generations. And so in conclusion, let us continue to stand united in peace, in purpose, and in progress. Ghana, our dear nation, shall rise again. May God bless the Bono region, may God bless our homeland Ghana, and may He make our nation great and strong. Better say.
Mama ya moye sem kasiya pa. Aha. Eze chama nyam temafu ena oda obeda. Mapeni yi no boy chama yi de no yi na ano no. Chama intina de ofie be de enyina be twembo. Baby Adri Nananom aya Bono Nana Matrankonya, Sir, His Excellency John DRAMANI MAHAMA. Omodi abasobodie sonko ene o matedie ede ma yura.